I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow.
You look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd.
Pressure is your best enemy. Spotlights show what they wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack. You just can't break free. I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. I'll be there when you fall, when you're losing it all. In the afterglow, in the afterglow. Whoa! It all started with the passion. It all sounded like a dream. Remember how you kept on laughing? Now you're trapped in your own skin. The anxiety growing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Smackdown Security Detail, where we are going to survey the land that is Smackdown tonight. They're coming to us live from Toronto, Ontario. Taking a look right now at the Money in the Bank contracts as they hang above the ring right now. Right now, I'm not sure who's on their way out, but I see a bunch of flashing lights. Oh, I see. Oh, it's Jey Uso making his way to the ring. Jey Uso, of course, a member of the Men's Money in the Bank, taking place tomorrow night, where you can tune in to Turnbuckle Studios as well and check out the PLE patrol that we are doing tomorrow night. And I'm not exactly sure what Jimmy or Jey Uso, I should say, is doing out there. He's just kind of dancing around. I think he's might be looking for a mic to do a promo. And we got Chris Parrish coming in. Hey, how's it going, Parrish? Glad to see you here. Yeah, and Jay's about to cut a promo here. And of course, right now we've got LA Knight making his way to the ring. Jay just had to say that he's going to win the Money in the Bank. This promo is actually getting pretty intense right now for me. Right now, we've got Carmelo Hayes making his way to the ring here. And now Chad Gable is laying his claim into winning the Money in the Bank as well. This promo just keeps getting even more and more interesting. Now Drew McIntyre has made his way out. Andrade El Idolo's out there now. Each man coming out and laying their claim to why they should win the Money in the Bank, essentially. Shots fired by Drew with that statement towards Jey Uso. Just wow. But then after that, everybody started brawling, and now Drew is standing just above everyone. And as I say that, LA and Jey Uso take him down. We have ourselves an OMD running. How you doing, brother?
Yes, I am very well, thank you.
That was
Yes,
Did you catch the opening promo there?
I've just caught the very end of it.
It was a friggin' great promo between all six men. They all had like the perfect argument to why they should win the Money in the Bank, you know?
Okay. Yeah, no, due to circumstances, I was able to do this show and I'm able to do the PLE Patrol tomorrow.
That's cool. I haven't even got started on editing that intro tonight. I wanted to wait till the end of this show to see if there's any further announcements before I make anything for the intro.
Yep. I have managed to secure myself from some merch coming live from Money in the Bank or this weekend.
Oh, you went on the shop and bought some stuff?
I have friends that are there.
Oh, nice.
They got tickets for the entire weekend. So, actually family, because my nephews are there. And Raid.
Oh yeah. I do remember him saying like some months ago that he was planning on going.
Yep.
That he bought the tickets pretty much the day they went on.
Yeah, they've got their tickets.
So we've had some really funky weather today.
That we have, my friend.
Went out to go meet Bubba this afternoon so he can give me something.
Right.
Fucking just pouring rain out. 2 minutes later, I come back out to go do some grocery shopping, and it's just sunny out. Made no sense to me. Then got home and it started pouring, and I seen a little bit of thunder going on. I'm like, oh, am I going to be able to do the show tonight? Because I was hoping it wouldn't knock my power out.
Right. Yeah. No, Fridays I have the last 2 hours to myself, and then the boss comes back to lock up, and at 10 to 8, he's like, yeah, it's good enough for me. So, okay. Bubba, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Can you not see me?
You're invisible.
Apparently. Well, that might just be because I've got John Cena sitting beside me. So, you know, that whole you can't see me and invisibility cloak might be because of that.
Yeah. So I didn't know this about Scott Stanford, but I read recently he's one of the longest tenured employees in the WWE right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
I read he's been around for something like 20 years. I'm like, I don't even remember when he first got here.
Right?
But honestly, I do like his work when it comes to talking about events coming up.
Reminds me of one Todd Pettengill.
I was going to say Sean Mooney, but Sean Mooney actually had promos and stuff with his event promotions.
Yeah.
Which I miss that they don't do those anymore, because I remember when Shawn Michaels cut a promo for wrestling in our city.
Yep. And I think that was sort of the big thing that really turned me away from Bret Hart, was because both years he was advertised for here and both years he bailed.
Yep.
But Sean did not. Actually, I also met Sean in the Gardens parking lot.
Nice. Yeah, because Bret was supposed to wrestle, PCO now, but
Yep.
And I can't remember who he was supposed to wrestle on the 94 card.
I believe that was Owen.
Oh, right, and Bulldog took over.
So I think that's sort of really what turned me away from being a Bret Hart fan was, you're advertised. And I realized that there's the whole card subject to change now, and that hindsight is 2020, but still. This is a Canadian city, and you're our world champ.
He didn't even show up at the other show that was scheduled out in Montreal that same night either.
Right.
And Bubba coming in saying, well, I mean, Drew is taller than everyone. I think that's referencing when Drew just came in and took out everybody.
Yep.
By the way, my drink tonight is Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream again.
I could tell by the can.
I had to buy some again today when I got paid. I'm like, yep, I need another case of this.
Yeah, well, I was waiting for you at work today.
I completely forgot about that. I didn't really want to go out in this weather either. So.
No, I don't blame you. Well, if the weather's better tomorrow. All I heard was Wade Barrett talk about the European Championship. I'm like, wait, what?
Okay, I'm actually glad to see Pretty Deadly back on our TV.
I'm just getting Bailey coming out of Nick's office, so.
Oh, okay. They stripped down Pretty Deadly's entrance a little bit there.
A little bit, but not much.
They took away the big fat disco ball they had hanging above the ring for them.
It
It is still an entrance, though, that would get them the heat that they need.
Yep.
Kind of annoyed the Street Profits didn't get an entrance, though, or did they? And I missed it. Oh, Bubba, that was this afternoon. I saw some lightning. It was just little sheet lightning. It only went off a couple of times.
So the side of the ring we can see my neighbor or my nephews are sitting up. So they're in the upper bowl, I think, but facing the hard cam.
Like at the very top of the arena, basically?
Yeah, they're in section 321. So
Oh, yeah, that's like third row. But you know what? In that arena, though, like the nosebleeds are actually not a bad spot.
no, they're not. I've sat in the nosebleeds at the Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa. Usually, if I'm in Toronto for a Leafs game, and I've been to a house show as well, and I've always had the red seats, which is like you've got your platinum seats, which is your first 4 rows. It's platinum, gold, and then red.
See, that's what I do too. Even when I go to the Greyhound games, I'm like, give me like a back row seat. Why? Because I want to be able to see the entire ice when I'm watching the game. So
yeah. The only time I have ever sat front row for a hockey game, I've done it for wrestling events, and I'm not just talking CWE. I went to a Marlies game back when it was the Ricoh Coliseum, now the Coca-Cola Coliseum.
right.
And we were sitting right behind the glass, right behind the penalty box. And I'll tell you, like, when they delivered a hit right there, like, it was like the old Gardens. Like, you would see the glass and feel the boards shake.
Yeah, and even sitting at the Gardens, like sitting, like if you sat like right by the boards, you felt that board hit.
Yep.
Oh, I miss the Gardens. I still like when I see like the images from inside the Gardens because they're easy to find online.
Yeah,
I totally get like nostalgia feel. Like I see myself like in my head at that arena, feeling everything around me. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah, I've got to allude to this. Bubba Best did mention that it was lightning that he saw, not thunder.
I miss that arena, man. My fondest memory, of course, is walking into the Gardens the night of the WWF event '94 and just saying, forget about going to the merch stand. I want to go see the ring. And immediately I just went to the ring, stood ringside, and just stood in awe and just looked at everything, you know?
Right. I remember the first show because that was long before I even discovered that it was truly something I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to my seat, and you know when they were launching the T-shirts and that, and just chucking them,
Yeah,
from the ring. during the intermission, sitting in my seat, and the WWF World Tour de Force t-shirt literally landing in my lap.
That's awesome. I'll never forget, like, when PJ Walker and Abe Knuckleball Schwartz were having their match. I remember reaching out to tag PJ Walker, and I marked out even more because I looked down the aisle and there's Jack Tunney standing in the entranceway just watching the show.
Really?
I marked out more for Jack Tunney being at the show. Because he wasn't just an on-screen president, right? Like he actually he actually helped the WWF run shows in Canada. So
yep.
His specific city was Toronto, actually.
Yeah. Actually, one of the coolest house shows I was at was actually during the WCW ECW invasion in Toronto. And I had Jericho versus Austin in a cage.
Yeah.
Kane versus Kurt Angle. Edge and Christian versus the Dudleys. That was when they were breaking up Edge and Christian. And just about every match, we had William Regal and Tajiri walk to the ring.
Yeah. Well, one of the coolest house shows I also went to was in 2005, where I saw Bobby Lashley's debut.
Okay.
He took on Simon Dean and obviously destroyed him.
Right.
Also saw the debut of Mr. Anderson that night, Ken Kennedy.
Yep.
Although he was using the Ken Anderson moniker on the house show circuit. That night also had Randy Orton and Batista for the World Heavyweight title.
Oh, nice.
And
I had the last house show I went to, I had Randy and Sheamus for the Intercontinental title.
the last one I went to was Randy Orton and John Cena versus Sheamus and Ted DiBiase Jr.
Nice.
They were just turning Randy face after breaking up with Legacy there.
Okay.
On that show, I saw the debut of Alberto Del Rio.
I'm not sure if that's a good one to be proud of or not.
Not really. He was doing his Dos Caras gimmick, though, and I can respect that because he was actually good as that character.
Right.
But no, in the end, I really don't respect that scumbag, so... But what I do respect is this tag match that we've got going on.
Yes,
they are putting a hell of a match.
This is amazing.
And I just got the finish.
Okay, well, I'm just about there, so... Yeah, you see the Cody Rhodes Maple Leaf shirt? The guy right there is wearing in the front row?
I think so.
That's one of the shirts I'm getting.
Oh, nice.
I was going to do the They have an Austin 316, but it's AUSTON for Austin Matthews.
Oh yeah, I actually saw those at some not Jays games, but Leafs games.
Because those were just designed for Money in the Bank.
I know I've seen like homemade ones essentially.
Oh yeah, but so it's got the Austin 316 with the smoking skull on the back. So I was like, yeah. And then I saw the Cody one online, and well, I'm going to let them in as well. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got to throw down some money for one of those shirts myself. And of course, they're going to look over what happened with Paul Heyman last week again. I've seen this thing about 6 times this week already.
I see this thing about 6 times a day. But I also have a very, very funny feeling now that we're going to get some returns tomorrow night as part of this.
And I'm thinking it's what this documentary is about because this one's about the main event between Cody and Roman.
Yep.
It actually wasn't that bad of a doc.
No, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised to see one of KO or Orton get taken out tonight for them to figure out, okay, who do we get as a partner?
I'm trying to imagine how Cody would make that conversation go with Roman, to be honest. I would really want to see that conversation.
I could even see them doing the typical, let's start this off as a handicap match, run a handicap match for about 20 minutes. And then as the Bloodline are closing in on the victory and Cody's looking for the hot tag, all of a sudden Roman's music hits.
Imagine Roman's music hits and he does a whose side is he on kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like he teases he's going to attack Cody, but then turns and attacks Solo.
Yep. Set it up for the spear and spike.
And then through that, you see Jimmy make his comeback as well.
I could see Jimmy make his comeback during the Money in the Bank match to push Jay up to grab the briefcase. To say, okay, we've had our match.
Yeah, I could see that happening because I know that I feel like eventually Jay's going to have issues with the Wyatt Six. Maybe. Yep. And then he'll have to rely on family to come and give him a hand.
Yep. I wouldn't even be surprised if that's if they're just using Chad Gable as cannon fodder for Jay to be the actual target. because of Bray's whole anyone but you, Roman, and then they're targeting the bloodline.
I have to wonder if they're going to show up in the Money in the Bank, maybe during during a spot where maybe Chad Gable's about to get the Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, I'm getting a call.
Yeah. Because right now we are getting a promotion for Fanatics Fest in New York City taking place August 16th to 18th. Beautiful shot of the CN Tower there. And the WWE shot that's set up. Got Bayley and Piper Niven going one-on-one tonight. But Indi, Hartwell, and Candice LeRae making their way for women's tag team action. Right now, I am actually enjoying the fact that they are still doing women's tag team matches on SmackDown, despite the fact that right now the women's tag titles seem to be primarily featured on Raw. And hey, how's it going, Parrish?
Not bad. How are you?
Oh, not bad, not bad. I was just commenting on how I'm enjoying that SmackDown is still continuing with the women's tag division, despite the women's tag titles seemingly being more featured on Raw these days.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. Did OMB already go for a bathroom break?
He got a phone call.
Oh, it counts. We don't know what he does in that locker room.
But right now we are looking at they're showcasing what happened to Paul Heyman again on last week's episode of SmackDown.
Yeah. I'm very intrigued where this is going to go.
Yeah, me too. I actually love how involved Paul Heyman's getting because, like, I thought he was done taking bumps until last week.
Well, I mean, I guess if they mean something, you gotta
commit to it.
So, yeah.
But that whole segment, Indi Hartwell and Candice LeRae were just standing in the ring.
Yeah, well, be happier on the show.
Yeah.
Their Titantron really screams the old Cesaro one to me.
Yeah. sort of also makes me think of Glacier in WCW.
Well, that's Jade's. I'm talking about Indi and Candice.
Oh,
Like with the
Oh.
green and the font.
yeah, it's got that 007 vibe that Cesaro used to have as well.
Well, it wasn't even 007 vibe. It was, I don't know. He had the 007 vibe, but I wouldn't say. I don't know. It would have been cool if he actually had it. Like the visual of like the side thing.
Yeah.
But go back and watch when Cesaro and Roman had their match for the title. You'll know exactly what I mean.
Oh, yeah, his last Titantron before he left.
Yeah. I just thought green was weird.
To be fair, Cesaro is one dude I would like to see come back to the WWE at some point.
All right. Parrish's Xbox is turning on again by itself.
Mm-hmm.
How are we doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am all right. Little disappointed that the kid's not here yet, but oh well.
It'll be worth the wait.
Yeah. So, what did I miss after, besides them recapping the Bloodline segment from last week?
That's pretty much all they did.
Oh, okay.
And then we discussed like the meaning behind the bump that Paul Heyman took.
Right. The shield bomb.
Yeah.
Well, not so much talking about the meaning, but talking about when he does take a bump, there is a meaning for it. Like, he's just not taking bumps for no reason.
Right. He's not a Bobby Heenan or a Jimmy Hart.
Well, even they made their bumps make meaning too. Like, especially when Hogan got him in the cage at WrestleMania 2 and just whipped him up against it.
Yeah.
Or when Ultimate Warrior botched the press slam on Bobby Heenan after he lost the Intercontinental title to Rick Rude.
Yep.
I really don't understand what's going on with StreamYard. The numbers are not correct. Not by a long shot.
That's weird.
Definitely see lagging on their end.
So, do you have big plans this weekend, Mr. Parrish?
No. How about you?
Taking a 3-hour drive on Sunday to go pick up my kid.
Nice. Well, I do have we do have the watch along tomorrow for Money in the Bank, and then I do have the Chris Parrish podcast on Sunday. That's about it.
Well, OMD is doing the PLE patrol tomorrow. And as I've already told Mr. Best, I have my nephews and Raid, who did WrestleMania with us, have tickets for all 3 events, so I have merch coming back from Money
Nice.
in the Bank. And you will be surprised, Parrish, because I did not get the Austin 316 shirt from Money in the Bank.
Ooh, that's a nice shot by Indi.
Okay, that double down was actually pretty nice.
So, seeing how we have new tag champions on Raw, do we expect new tag champions tonight on SmackDown?
I'm kind of ready for that. I'm ready to see DIY win those belts.
I'm ready for it, but I'm going to say no because it's going to be something stupid and Theory or Waller are going to get counted out.
Yeah, but they're also teasing a breakup between Theory and Waller as well.
I know. And it's going to be something to go and enforce and keep up with that.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe on the reverse this time, instead of Waller pulling Theory into harm's way, it'll be Theory doing the same thing, and Waller gets counted out.
I'm really liking Jade Cargill's work more and more each week.
She's come a long way, which sort of has me questioning why why I keep reading all these reports that WWE are concerned about her progress.
Yeah, that's only one report. I double checked into that and checked other sources. There's nothing reporting. There's no other sources reporting on that.
Oh, okay.
I think if they were concerned, they'd take her off TV again.
Yep.
I also just like the fact that this allows you to not always have to deal with Bianca in the women's title picture.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And it's a kind of a nice little break, which I think is needed.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to lie. There's part of me that kind of wants to see a heel version of this very tag team. Instead of somebody turning on each other, I kind of want to see this run a little longer.
I think I like the idea of both of them turning heel. I really do. Because there's really not a lot of heel women's tag teams right now. So
I mean, we've been asking for a Bianca heel turn for what, 2 years now?
I loved her heel run in NXT, by the way.
I'll even throw this. Imagine if they turn heel only to combat a returning Charlotte with a returning Becky as the other team. That actually would be a tag match I'd be pretty interested in.
I could get behind that.
It'd be sort of an old guard versus new guard kind of match.
Yeah, and it's completely fresh because it's in a tag team form.
Yep.
Yeah, we're kind of months into the whole new title stuff. There is not even a question. Those tag titles absolutely destroy the Raw ones.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe too, with the amount of hype that they're going behind this. Also take into account that DIY won the NXT tag titles in Toronto for the first time. I have to feel this is all lining up.
Okay.
I mean, let's make it 2 for 2. Let's call 2 tag title switches on live TV back to back.
I was totally trying to see if Randy Orton had a Rogue Energy shaker cup in his hand there.
I mean, he very well could. And that is if he decides to use my promo code PERISH and save 10%. That's promo code PERISH. Right there on the bottom, people.
Parrish needs formula for his baby.
I also need bottles. I think my baby's actually grown out as some of the old ones.
Jeez, wow.
He's 9 months today.
That's flown by, man.
Mm-hmm. It's also weird to think in 3 months hockey's back. Like that,
right?
Like that's also kind of the one thing. It's like when his birthday comes,
and then of course
like, it's hockey season.
Then of course there's the Oilers trade today.
Yeah. So here's a funny thing. The guy who does my insurance is the uncle to both Matt and Carter Savoy. I have played in their grandfather's memorial game with Matt as a line mate. So I'm pretty excited. We knew how good Carter was growing up, but we always knew Matt was better.
Right.
So it's pretty funny too, just mere days after the Oilers not qualifying Carter, they go and trade for Matt.
Yeah.
And we save ourselves 2.1 on the cap.
Yes, you do.
And he instantly becomes our top prospect. Like, that's not even a question. See, what? You don't need to trade. You don't need to draft. We can just trade for him.
Right. And I could see them now if they, even though they didn't qualify Carter, they can still sign him.
Yeah, I know. I think the reason why they didn't qualify is I think the qualifying term was maybe a tad high.
Right.
So I'm thinking that's why, and then they'll just end up signing them to a 2-way deal. But I mean, well, who knows? See the Savoy brothers play. That'll be very interesting. And what's nice is that this is going to be Matthew's first year where he starts in the American Hockey League.
Right.
But I also don't think the Oilers are done in the trading department.
No.
No, we're still waiting for word on the whole CC deal.
Yeah, and might not happen, but we'll see. But
apparently
what we are
now
see
there's
is Kevin Owens.
Yeah. Apparently now there's a lot of talk of the Leafs doing a Robertson to Winnipeg for McGroarty trade.
Is that McGroarty's not in Winnipeg though?
Rutger McGroarty, yeah, he wants out of the Jets organization.
Was it out of the Jets? I thought he wanted out of someone else. But I also know that Nicholas Ehlers is a strong trade candidate as well.
Yeah. I'll take Ehlers for Marner.
I wouldn't. I think you're getting very limited traction on Nicholas Ehlers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Toronto and Edmonton could come together on a deal on players who are both in the last year of their contracts with Marner and Draisaitl.
Except Draisaitl is 100% re-signing. It's like all but confirmed. You guys could have Cody Ceci though. He's on his last year too. Have him back.
I'm good.
You guys need some solid defense, man. Can't even say that with a straight face.
No, you can't.
I mean, I do. I can't say that you guys need some steady defensemen. I just can't say it with a straight face about Cody Ceci.
Well, Toronto did sign a bunch of defensemen just a couple of days ago.
Yeah, they sure did.
And Cody Rhodes dressed to the nines as always as he makes his way out.
I'm not quite there yet, so.
I mean, would he kill him to dress to the 10s just once? I mean, come on.
Right?
He is the champion, after all.
Yeah. So with this 6-man tag coming up tomorrow, who do you guys got taking it?
I have this trio right here.
I have the Bloodline.
I'm going to say the same and go with the Bloodline as well. Kevin Owens is fired up in this promo, man.
You even saw Cody get a little bit choked up when listening to that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So it makes me feel once again this tag team title match going to main event the show.
Mm-hmm.
Have to think there's a specific reason for it.
Yep.
What I love right now is we're getting like a history of the tag team titles in the WWE.
Mm-hmm. And why would they do that?
Yep.
So as we're getting this history, based on the latest match lines and betting odds for Money in the Bank, as this is for betonline.ag, Damian Priest is the favorite to retain his World Heavyweight Championship.
Yep.
Braun Breaker is the favorite to win the Intercontinental Championship. The Bloodline are strong favorites to win the six-man tag. Jey Uso is your favorite to win the men's Money in the Bank, while Tiffany Stratton is your favorite to win the women's Money in the Bank.
Really? Because I read earlier today through a report that Drew was now the odds-on betting favorite to win Money in the Bank.
Well, I am saying it as for betonline.ag, depending on where you saw it, it could be a different betting app.
I actually wish I got in on one of those betting apps for the 2012 Rumble. Because when everybody was predicting Jericho, I was predicting Sheamus, and Sheamus wasn't the favorite to win.
Right?
I think one of the things for sure for Money in the Bank, I don't think necessarily the favorites are somebody you should go with. Although I do think Jey Uso will walk out as Money in the Bank, I still think Chelsea Green is taking the women's.
So yesterday I had to go and do a service call for work and it was out by the airport, Beth. So we stopped at the general store out there on our way back into town. And I found peach Pepsi.
I almost picked up a case of that over at Food Basics today.
It was, for me, it was very mid. It was Pepsi with fuzzy peaches in it. It wasn't great. Like, I love both of those things separately, but together it just meh.
So it doesn't stack up to Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream here?
It does not.
And Bet Online also has the same betting odds as well.
So we got Io Sky hanging around while Bailey does her entrance.
It's weird that she's in the audience. They just wouldn't have her like sitting at ringside or
just in the back looking at a monitor.
yeah.
But even when they have them in the back just looking at a monitor kind of bugs me. I'm like, maybe have them sitting on a chair and watching it on a TV somewhere, you know?
Just come out and sit on top of one of those ladders. Be very poetic how she's a contestant in the Money in the Bank match tomorrow.
Right?
So I think I would like new colors for the Money in the Bank briefcases.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing too. I'm ready for a change in the look for them.
Yeah.
Well, what colors would you go with?
I definitely go with the black, like kind of like the original, with like the logo, and then
I would even go with a gold with the green writing for Money in the Bank. But yeah, I'm with you on the black.
I mean, you can do black with gold writing and green outline, and then you can have a black with green writing and gold, like just flip it up, flip it over, and then they're the same, but just with a little bit of difference.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, the white one just looks really boring, and the green one just looks a little
played out,
tacky. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I honestly think that's why I appreciate when whoever wins it customizes the Money in the Bank for themselves.
Yes. I do think, though, that maybe, and no, I'm not just saying this because it's in Toronto, but I think maybe for whatever city the PLE is in, they need to go with like that city's colors or that team's colors for the venue. Because I mean, you could just as easily go with the red and the black or the purple for the Raptors as you could with the blue and white for the Leafs.
I think though you're going to be carrying that for a while though, so like.
Yeah, but I mean, each superstar can still customize it, but
yeah,
just the briefcase you pull down at the PLE.
That's why it'd be cool if, like, you know how like the chairs have their commemorative like logos for whatever events there.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't hate having that logo on that briefcase when they win. So if you have like a Money in the Bank Toronto logo, you put that one on.
right. And as announced today, Trish Stratus is the host of Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I was wondering, you can't go to Toronto and not do something without her.
Yeah.
But
have Lita come back and take her out for that run last year. And now they're showing Zoe and Lyra.
Yeah,
Basically, already out.
Yeah, basically everyone.
I kind of hope somebody just like it's a good old fashioned brouhaha that happens, and then we see somebody actually pull a ladder out and climb.
Right.
I like when they foreshadow that once in a while.
Yep. We haven't seen that this year yet, so.
No, all we saw earlier was everybody brawling, and then
and
Jay and LA Knight standing on top of everyone.
And you know what? I'm really surprised that did not get made into a 6-man tag for tonight.
Well, Theodore Long's not the GM, so.
Oh, I know.
And you're already doing a 6-man tag tomorrow, so I don't think they want to do something you're about to see the next day.
As right now, everybody's brawling at ringside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the way that that finish happened.
Oh, Bailey going, for the heck.
I think we saw a little bit of a tease for Meechin and Bailey somewhere down the line there.
Yeah, I can see Meechin turning on Bailey down the line, too.
Yep.
Or even a tag match next week on SmackDown.
Yep.
I wonder if Trish gets herself involved in anything tomorrow night.
I want to know if we're going to see anything with Trish and Zoe.
Right?
That'd be interesting.
Theory is looking ripped. So, for someone who doesn't want to be a GM in Jeff Jackson, he is just making the job look easy.
Right? Did he trade CZ to Utah?
Yeah, I'm just basing off of what he's done so far. I mean, the draft was his free agency was awesome. We just got a hell of a prospect that I still don't know why Buffalo want to move. Maybe this is why Buffalo doesn't ever move up in anything.
Right? Well, I think the next time Buffalo's GM position comes open, I'm going to go and apply for it just for the sake of that. And I'm just going to tell them, no, you make it incentive-based contract.
You're just going to try to trade everything to the Leafs in hopes that they actually win a playoff series?
Nope. I would actually go in and play money puck. Think outside the box. We make the playoffs, I get, X amount. Incentive based on a 5-year deal, 3 years incentive based, 2 years.
I'm going to guess you'd be a lottery team every year. And Power's going to be like, trade me, please. Cody Cece's going to be like, I want to be traded to this team. Jeff Campbell will come back over.
I don't know.
Or Jack Campbell.
Not like Buffalo's goaltending gives me any hope this year because they've got what? Luukkonen and now Reimer.
Well, they got Levy coming up in the system, so you can't hate that.
Yeah, but that was supposed to be his job to lose this year.
Well, I think it's everybody's job to lose in Buffalo.
That I can agree with.
There's an NHL humor thing that's saying Oilers are supposed to make another cup run now with 2 sets of brothers on the team, and Logan and Connor Brown, Jeff and Stuart Skinner. And I'm like, well, what are they going to say with Carter and Matt Savoy?
Right. See, now Edmonton just needs to get the Stahl brothers.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay if they don't. So next week, Michin and Nia Jax, Corbin and Cruz versus Angel and Humberto. And it is, Angel has definitely, he has said that he has re-signed a new contract with WWE.
Yes,
he did
the other day.
And I believe Humberto has as well.
It's just Berto. It's not Humberto or Umberto. Just Berto.
Yeah, I'm going to call him Humberto because Berto is just... Yeah, I don't feel it.
Yeah, it makes me think of the Nintendo character named Birdo.
I just think of Roboito from good old getting a good reaction too. We're getting some time too tonight, so
Mm-hmm.
now what if this is just a giant swerve and DIY loses and Ciampa turns on Gargano again?
I mean, the first time Ciampa did that, it was fucking awesome.
Yep. I just love Theory's entrance music, though.
I'm kind of hoping at some point he ditches the A-Town down. That's all. I think if he wants to take it to the next level, he's got to kind of go from being that cool, like 20-year-old boy to being more of a hard-ass man.
Right.
Like, but he definitely has a lot of Randy Orton vibes
Yep.
in how he's being presented.
Yeah, because when Randy was around Austin Theory's age, he was being presented as this pretty boy who could kick your ass, essentially.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what I get. I definitely get that out of Austin Theory. I think OMD just went for a locker room visit.
Yay. Gotta upload these images to this. Or just move it over to the Raw Patrol.
I do have to upload them.
Surprised nobody has like taken a screenshot of the ref like holding it like we saw Jessica Carr. And then she could just like put it on her Twitter and be like, I am the WWE Tag Team Champion. It'd be just funny. A quickie there, OMD.
It was.
So do we see Austin Theory walk out on Grayson Waller? Is this going to be like a story where it's like Shawn Michaels and Diesel, where like Austin Theory just gets tired of always being put in that position of like taking the hit for him? Is that what we're actually kind of looking at?
We could.
I think that's where we are heading with this.
You didn't think about that until just now, did you?
Nope.
No. I have been trying to figure out how you break them apart, but I didn't even
I think
of
that's
the old...
exactly how you do it.
Mhm.
You do it like where it's a quick little shot, and then Austin Theory just gets up and like gets physically upset to the point where he just takes a big shot at Grayson, big cheer, and starts walking out. And Grayson's like, what? And then boom, double team, pans back. They get their shit off, and 1, 2, 3, new champs.
Yeah. We're getting a really entertaining tag match right here.
Would we expect anything less from these two teams, though?
No. Kind of getting a savage side out of Austin Theory with those that beatdown on Gargano there.
What we need out of Theory, though, as Parrish alluded to earlier.
These guys are just putting it all on the line in this tag match.
Right?
But I mean, I guess if you want the tag team titles, you kind of have to.
Yep.
I love the different commercials I'm getting, depending on where I'm watching.
Oh, right, because you can watch it over on Fox as well.
Yep.
For now.
Yep.
I keep forgetting that. Well, not forgetting that SmackDown's coming to Edmonton, but forget that it's in September.
Are you not going to
Right.
that show?
Oh, I am. Trust me, I am. I just keep forgetting when it is because it's like it was so like down the road that I just forget that I'm getting closer to it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like 3 weeks down the road instead of 3 months. So we've had that shot now, huh?
We have.
Gotta love that revival throwback, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. OMD, did you get the finish?
Not yet.
Oh, geez, you're far behind, man.
I just got it.
I mean, am I good on tag matches or what?
Yeah. That was a hard fought match, though, between the four of them.
No remorse though from Grayson Waller when he hits him. Do you guys notice that?
Yeah. I have to wonder if next week we see either one of them blaming each other for that loss.
Well, there's still 4 minutes left, so we can still see.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we're gonna get it tonight.
Apparently, my nephews are so excited they're crying right now. Do we get the Ciampa turn now that they've won the belts?
Oh, I don't think so.
What I do know now is now that they have the tag titles, I have to update our SmackDown intro.
Haha. You got work to do.
Yeah.
Do you at least have the new titles in the game?
I went ahead and downloaded them when I needed them like a month ago for something else.
Well, that was SmackDown.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad show. It wasn't a good show. It was just there.
I don't know. It was definitely a let's get ready for tomorrow.
I quite
we're
enjoyed
also-
it. It was another solid go home show.
Yeah, but we also gave you something as well in new tag team champions. I thought they did a very good job tonight.
Yeah.
Yep. And then that promo from Solo right at the end really gave us a lot of foreshadowing as well for Roman's return, which I do believe will be tomorrow.
And that male Money in the Bank promo to open up the show just solidified even more why it'd be a difficult pick this year to pick a winner for the Money in the Bank.
I'm still saying Jey Uso. Saying
Oh, I've got Jay too, but I'm saying like everybody else, like if anybody else but Jay won that, I'd be fine with it still.
Yep.
I think it's still too early for Carmelo.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Drew needs it. I would have time if LA Knight won it.
Right.
Again, like I had Andrade to win it all, but I don't think they've booked him enough or properly enough to warrant putting it on him.
I could see Andrade winning it, and if they were ever to do a PLE in Mexico, cashing it in on that. But that would have to be done within a year.
I can see Drew winning it, though he doesn't need it. I do not want CM Punk's interference, but I think we're going to get that too.
I think we're going to get Logan Paul definitely getting involved.
Yep.
It'd be very intriguing what they do about Drew. That's what I'm curious. How do they make this different? How do they make it? Unless Drew is to win it and CM Punk versus Drew is for the briefcase.
Drew also alluded to him if he won the Money in the Bank, he was going to cash in that night too.
Yeah. It'll be very interesting on the match placement, but I very much do believe that we're going to open up with the men's ladder match.
Yeah, so do we see Drew winning, cashing in and winning, and then we get Drew versus Punk at SummerSlam for the title?
Or do we see Drew winning it and then cashing it in, but then Punk screwing him?
We could see that, but the other thing I'm going to suggest is do we maybe then see after Seth and Priest with that going on, if Drew cashes in, do we then get a fatal four-way? Then you've got Seth, Drew, and Punk all together in one match.
This is why I think it'd be very intriguing if Damian wins and then Drew cashes it on Damian. One, it's the first time where somebody cashes it on one person and his title reign is immediately not immediately, but ended by a cash in from the guy who he beat.
Yep. Via cash in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Cashed in by the guy that he beat. But then it'd also be very curious to see if he does walk out. Does your title match at SummerSlam change to Punk versus Drew.
Right.
So then, if that's the case, do you have Punk win the title and then take on Gunther? Oh no, Gunther's getting the title match.
Yeah.
At SummerSlam.
Nope. Yeah. So like that's what I mean. Like it'd be very intriguing, but I have a feeling they're gonna do Priest versus Gunther.
Yeah.
For the title. So I mean, I think instead of McIntyre winning and then he goes on to face or has an attempt to cash in, I think it makes a lot more sense for Punk to even take that away so he doesn't even have an opportunity to begin with. If you're CM Punk and like you don't want to see McIntyre win the title, you don't even give him the opportunity to cash in the first place. You don't even make sure he wins the contract.
How about this? We have Drew win the Money in the Bank. Gunther then wins the title at SummerSlam only to have Drew cash in, and then we get that rematch at Bash in Berlin so that Gunther can win it there from Drew.
I think there's something about walking in as champion. And I would not be shocked to see Gunther walk in to Bash at Berlin as champion. You think about all the promotional work they do before.
Oh,
how
absolutely.
much more ticket sales they're going to go, how much more
Absolutely. I also wouldn't be surprised to see Gunther walk in as the number one contender, as the baby face, and win it.
Oh, Gunther is going to be a baby face in Berlin. Do not get it mixed up. I have a strong feeling, given how they've used Drew as the hometown guy going into the Clash at the Castle. I have a feeling if they're going into Germany, Gunther is walking in as champion. I just don't see how you can set a trend of screwing the local person over for the title this much of time. You have to not make that a trend. It will make too much predictability in the future.
Right.
Yeah. And on that note, what do you say we give out those socials?
I think we can arrange that.
All right, let's go with you, OMD.
All right, people, if you want to find me, you can find me on the Book of Faces, Daniel Hrycyk, Hrycyk. On Snapchat, One Man Dynamic, capitals on OM and D. On Twitch at OMD17 and on Discord at OMD6370.
All right, and you, Mr. Parrish.
Yeah, I got social scrolling. I'm hoping if you're able to watch us on YouTube, watch us on Twitch, you have the ability to read on your own. So I'm not going to spoon feed. I'm not a mother bird here. So please, if you can, go follow me, go subscribe, do all the good stuff. And visually, you can see me. And I'm assuming on something we'll play just a little bit later.
Yes, you will. All right. And you can find me at youtube.com at CBRS Entertainment, Twitch TV /CBRS_entertainment, threads.net at CBestFilms83, Facebook.com, Chris.best83, TikTok.com, CBRS.entertainment. And I'm going to show you where you can find all of our shows here at Turnbuckle Studios.
you're losing your crown till the afterglow. The afterglow.
Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd.
Pressure is your best enemy. Spotlights show what I wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack.